3-1 your final, the Rochester Americans over the Hamilton Bulldogs. Laura Barney here with Derek Wills at our annual school day game. Derek, let's get your thoughts on that game.
The crowd was great. 12,185 fans, most of them school kids, and I think that despite the final score, they still enjoyed a day out of class and here at Copps Coliseum, but the game itself was not very good. I thought the Hamilton Bulldogs played well in the first period and got out of it 1-1. And then just fell apart from there. I didn't think they played well in the second period. I thought they played worse in the third period. And that was all despite the fact that they were still in the hockey game, down by just a goal. The Rochester Americans hit 3 goalposts dead on and could have had a lot larger lead. It was one of those games where you got the sense that the team that should have had a large lead and couldn't build it might get caught by that in the end, but the Hamilton Bulldogs just could not get going. I don't know what was wrong with them today. They just didn't seem to have the level of energy that I thought that they would or should, with more than 12,000 kids cheering for them in the building, and it was a tough game, and it resulted in their 5th straight setback.
You can throw in the excuse of, well, they're not used to playing at 10 a.m. Neither is Rochester. They were playing in the exact same conditions, plus they weren't on their home ice. Yeah,
that's a great point. And the Rochester Americans came in yesterday, so I think both teams started this game on an even playing field. A level ice surface, I suppose, is the best way to say it. And the Rochester Americans were just the better of the two teams. The Hamilton Bulldogs' energy level wasn't good, and their execution wasn't good. They just did not seem to be on the same page with one another. The passing wasn't crisp, whether that be in the defensive zone, breaking out, or in the neutral zone, or in the offensive zone. Even in the power play, they just didn't seem to really be in sync with each other. And that's going to lead to some problems. And I thought the Hamilton Bulldogs were extremely lucky to be within 1 goal late in the third period. And then the captain, on a defensive breakdown by the Rochester Americans, and there weren't many, but on a defensive breakdown by the Amerks, Dogs captain Martin St. Pierre gets a short breakaway and misses the net. And that's been another issue. Not enough guys are going to the net. Not enough shots are on net as opposed to at net. And hopefully those are things that the coaches can rectify. I think the coaches put their players in a position to win this game by giving them a day off on Monday after they played on Friday and Sunday. The players just didn't do their end of it. So this team, I believe, is still very good, and I think they will bounce back, and hopefully that'll be sooner rather than later.
In our previous post-game report, you had said, it's not time to hit the panic button yet. Is it time to hit that button? Do the coaches really have to go back to the drawing board and almost start over?
No, it's not time to hit the panic button yet. We're only 14 games into the season. The Hamilton Bulldogs are only a game below 500 in the win-loss column, and there's a lot of talent on this team. They're going to come around. It's just a matter of if. It's not a matter of when. I don't think there's going to be any need to press the panic button this season. I believe in the guys that are in that dressing room and the guys that are leading the players in that dressing room, the coaching staff. They gained some experience last year, and they're better this year. And I think that these Hamilton Bulldogs will get things turned around. They've just got to do what's necessary to compete for 60 minutes, and they're not doing that right now. They're playing 1 good period or 2 good periods, but rarely of late have they played 3 good periods, and now they're losing hockey games. And something you and I talked about earlier in the season, when the Hamilton Bulldogs played in 10 consecutive 1-goal games, they won more of those than they lost, by the way, and picked up at least a point in 8 of those first 10 games. The margin for error was so small. And they were doing the things necessary to find ways to win those games. They were getting some breaks here and there, and I believe you earned breaks, and they did earn breaks in those first 10 games. But now these close contests aren't going their way. That margin for error has disappeared. So it's up to them, with the talent they have, to find ways to win and hopefully score some more goals. That'll make things easier on the goaltender. And I thought Dustin Tokarski was the one reason why they hung around in today's game.
All right, Derek, thank you very much for your thoughts, and we'll see what our coaches had to say.
Well, I think that game we did some good things, but obviously not enough. We played the first period on our heels a little bit. Rochester was out-skating us, outworking us. We respond better in the second period, but at this level you need to play 60 minutes of good hockey in order to win hockey games. And right now we're not playing good enough to win hockey games, so we need to regroup, find solution. We need to be better with the puck. Obviously, we need to have more poise with it, better puck management. And without the puck, we are giving way too many out numbers. Very often, we concede 3-on-2, 4-on-2s. And so both aspects of the game right now needs to be addressed for our part. We've been preparing for that. We knew at the beginning of the season it was going to happen, so there's no excuse there. We practice every morning throughout the season, so we should be ready. And of course, we really appreciated the crowd. The kids were fantastic. It brought energy to us, but again, things happen on the ice. We need to be better offensively and defensively. Right now, we need support and contribution for more players. You need to keep that momentum, and this is where you need everybody involved. So you need those 4 lines and 6 defensemen to go out there shift after shift, bringing energy and desperation into their game. And obviously their second goal at the beginning of the third period hurt us a little bit. And after that, we had a few power plays, but tonight, this morning, we were not effective on the power play. And perhaps if we go and get a goal there, it's a game changer, and we were not able to do so.